it's because they're becoming more popular now because everything else has gone up in price so much that a Birkin actually seems like just a normal price now. I have no idea, because even if you look at some of the new Celine bags, some of the new Chanel bags, they're all up there, guys. They're all like $10,000, $11,000, and I think a lot of people are just saying, may as well just buy the Birkin. Like, hey guys, welcome to my channel, I'm Jess. So today I wanted to talk about bags that were really viral in 2023. Yesterday I talked about bags that were viral in 2017, and I think it's really interesting to see how bags can be the hottest thing and then kind of just fizzle out slowly over time. Let me know, guys, if you want me to do more videos like this, because I honestly really love blabbing on about handbags from different times and different time periods. I think it's really important we don't forget about those bags of the past, because it just goes to show that like trends are really fast, and like when you're buying a designer bag, you don't want to like buy a bag that goes out of fashion in like 2 years, unless you're totally in love with it, because some of these bags from 2017 as well, like the Chloe Nile and the JW Anderson Pierce bag or the Dior bag, they were big in 2017, and there's definitely people who still love those bags in these days, but I'm sure there are also a lot of people who bought those bags back then and then moved on to the next trendiest bag. So if you're one of those people who are buying trendy bags and you're feeling a little bit exhausted, I would say it's good to kind of like understand how fast fashion goes, and it really makes you stop and think before purchasing another bag. But yeah, anyways, I'm not saying that you should throw away your bags from 2017 or of the past. It's actually more sustainable to just reuse things that you've had from the past, but only buy a bag if you truly love it, and try not get sucked into the hype, because these bags were super hyped. So in 2023, one of the most hyped bags, I would say, on social media was the Saint Laurent Icare bag. And I did see a few people, mainly celebrities, be gifted this bag, and they kind of posed with it. In Saint Laurent as well, they were kind of making it really hyped as well. They were making it like a pre-order bag. They said it was really exclusive, and also the price point made it kind of, I gave it a bit of hype as well, because it's a little bit more expensive than their Nikki bag and their Lulu. Also, I think that big statement YSL logo, it gave it a real vintage vibe. It definitely reminded me of vintage Chanel bags. As I said, a lot of people were gifted it. I saw it a lot on my Instagram, on my YouTube. I did try it on. I thought it was quite a cool bag actually, but I didn't want to pay $6,000 or however much it was in Australian. But I still think that it was quite a hyped bag for this year, and I say that because I really feel like it started a trend as well for oversized slouchy hobo bags. Definitely prior to 2023, it was all about mini bags and micro bags, and it wasn't until we started seeing more of these slouchy oversized hobos that the bigger bags started to become a little bit more back in fashion, which is something we haven't seen since like pre-2014, I'd say. These really big bags like the Birkin 35 and, you know, these big tote bags. So it's really cool that we're starting to see these bigger bags come in fashion, and I think this is one of the bags that really set it off, or set off that big bag trend. I did buy one big hobo bag this year. It's definitely not as like statement as the YSL one. This is an Hermes Trim 35, and this is from the year 2000, and I just love this kind of like slouchy hobo look. So I think going forward into 2024 as well, this is still going to be a key trend, the slouchy hobo style, but it was definitely strong in 2023 as well. And that brings me to the Chanel 22 bag. Now, although I kind of think this looks like a trash bag, you know, love it or hate it, it was pretty popular. And although the price is astronomical for what it is, it definitely, you know, it was an it bag of 2022. I see so many people out and about with the Chanel 22 of 2023, sorry. I see so many people out and about with the Chanel 22, more than any other Chanel bag. Honestly, a lot of young people, whether it's real or fake, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's just a very casual, sporty bag. Again, it's relaxed, it still has that strong branding on it, similar to the YSL bag. Like, it still has distinctive logo on it, but it's, you know, it's that kind of I don't care silhouette, like effortless, chic, So yeah, I get the vibe, and it was definitely, I don't know if it will still be popular by, you know, in the next 5 years or so. I don't know if it's just going to be another Chanel Gabrielle bag, which just fizzled out and no one cares anymore, or what, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. I think because people find this very user-friendly as well, they are loving it, so that is why it's cool. I mean, not the best quality from what I've experienced myself, but you know, each to their own. That doesn't mean that it's not popular. Now, in 2023, I think it was, I believe it was at the start, but anyways, I noticed a lot of people on YouTube, Dale, Amelia Rose Closet, definitely Meredith, buy sequin baguettes. So I definitely think that the sequin baguette had a little bit of a moment in 2023 as well. And even when I walked past Fendi, it was all about sequin baguettes. It was all about sequins. And this is a trend that I don't think was as prevalent in previous years. So the sequin baguette, it's interesting because it's probably not the most practical. I mean, in contrast to the Chanel 22 and the Icare bag, it's probably a lot less practical because it's a little bit more delicate. It's, you know, like a party bag, but I think because it has that element of throwbackness or fantasy to it, that it gave it its popularity. So I think if you're a fan of Sex and the City, I watched it a little bit, but I wasn't like a diehard fan of it, as I don't have that nostalgic kind of connection with the bag. But if you were someone back in the day who loved the Purple Rain sequin baguette, then definitely I think the releases that Fendi have been doing this year would definitely appeal to you. And I saw a lot of people unbox sequin baguettes on YouTube, online. I don't honestly see them as much in real life, definitely not as much compared to like the Chanel 22, but it did have quite a moment in 2023. Now, I don't know if it will continue to have its moment in the next 4 years, or whether it kind of just had a bit of a revival and now it's kind of just going to like dive down a little bit, because they're also quite expensive. And as I said, they're not always like an everyday bag. They're a little bit more, you could kind of incorporate it for like a smart casual look, but I know for myself personally, I wouldn't find it the easiest to style. But yeah, it is a really fun and glitzy bag. Next bag that went viral this year, I would say, is the Dior East-West bag. The Lady Dior East-West bag. What is it called? I forgot now. But anyway, I'll put a little name down below what it's called. Now, this East-West silhouette was something that wasn't as trending a few years ago, but I think because Y2K fashion is back in full force, honestly, it feels like it's been back for a while now, but it wasn't until like the last maybe 3 years or so it's really come back. Because I will say that I remember back in like 2018 thinking, oh my gosh, like imagine if year 2000s fashion came back, like that would be so weird, like Von Dutch and, you know, all that really tacky like bling bling and flip phones. Like I remember thinking this just because that's when I grew up, you know, and it's very nostalgic to me to look back on like surf brands and like that kind of like aesthetic. And now that like I see kids in the mall wearing like low-rise pants, like those like little tops and belly button piercings, like I just think like, wow, like I can't believe this aesthetic is back. But I would say that a strong part of Y2K was those East-West bags and like little baguettes, that kind of thing. So the East-West Lady Dior bag, it is, yeah, very year 2000s, and that's probably why they created it. Now, East-West silhouettes are still going to be strong in 2024 as well. It's kind of just started in 2023, and now it's kind of going to keep on happening. But yeah, I would say that the Lady Dior, it was, I don't think, appealing to younger people. It looked a little bit too ladylike, a bit too mature. But the East-West silhouette made it a little bit more edgy and younger. So I think that's why it was quite successful for Dior, and it was smart that they did it. Also, the way that you can wear it on your shoulder, like as a short little cutesy bag and a crossbody bag, it does appeal to a wider market of people. Because I feel like if you are, I don't know, there's just this like kind of type of client who will only buy crossbody bags. If you're like that, then this bag will still appeal to you. But if you're like one of these younger kind of early 20-year-olds who just like those little like baguette shoulder bags, this bag will also appeal to you as well. So it definitely appeals to a broader market. And yeah, it's a classic with a twist, I suppose. Will it still be cool in 4 years? We don't know, guys. Like, if you want to go classic, I would just go for the normal Lady Dior, but you know, if you want to be trendy, go for the East West. The Loop hobo bag from Louis Vuitton. Now, again, it's another hobo bag style, but it's a bit more of that like crescent moon silhouette. I was seeing that a lot in 2023 from a lot of brands. Also like the Uniqlo, things like this, like anything in this kind of like moon shape was cool in 2023. So the Loop Hobo, you know, it was ticking the boxes. It has the monogram, so it's still distinguishably Louis Vuitton. It's got the hobo. It's got a chain as well. So again, you can wear it like a little baguette style thing, or you can wear it crossbody. So it was, again, appealing to a lot of different kind of clientele, young, a bit older, a bit more updated compared to something like an artsy or there's a few other like classic Louis Vuitton hobo bags. It's just a little bit more fresh, you know. They've got that mix of the reverse monogram as well in the chain, so I think that is what kind of made it quite popular. Next is another kind of like crescent moon bag, but it's the Bottega Sardine bag. Now, the Bottega weave, I think, is still very popular. You know, it kind of comes in and out of fashion. Bottega definitely had a lull for a while where it wasn't as mainstream, and Daniel Lee kind of revived the brand. But now that Daniel Lee is gone, it is still, I feel like, quite trendy to buy a Bottega bag. I don't think they're as popular as back in 2020, but the Sardine, it's Matthew Blazy kind of introduced this little fish design, and yeah, I think it is quite nice. I do see it a lot on my Instagram. I don't see it as much in real life, so I wouldn't say it's super popular, but definitely it is very reminiscent of this kind of the trends that are happening in 2023, like the kind of scoopy hobo style, and then just having a bit of a statement hardware on it as well. The Celine Triumph bag I see absolutely everywhere. This is popular across the board. I will say that I think Lisa from Blackpink made this very popular, but it is such a versatile bag. In the black, it looks extremely easy to wear. It has that kind of like smart casual look to it, so you could definitely wear it casually, but you could also get away with it for like a more special occasion as well, because it has a very like beautiful smooth leather and the gold hardware. So it's a very easy bag to style, and you can get it in a few different shapes. You can get the little baguette shape, which is a little bit more cutesy and, you know, girly, young, and then the crossbody shape is a little bit more universal. I think it's a little bit more, you could probably wear it for more years, I think. But yeah, I really like the Celine Triumph. Actually, I would buy one if it wasn't so damn expensive, but I mean, yeah, it's not the top of my list. I'm kind of Hermes or nothing if I'm going to spend $6,000, but I do love it. I know Romina really wants a hot pink one, but yeah, my personal favorite is the black. I think it looks really chic in the black with the gold hardware. That one looks like it stands out the most to me. Also Telfar bags. Guys, Telfar bags went off this year. I mean 2023, everyone was like loving the Telfar bag, and this is something that I didn't see as much on social media in previous years. So I wonder if Telfar will continue to be as popular in the next like 4 or 5 years, or if it was like a key moment for 2023. Let me know, guys. I know that Telfar is not really designer, but it definitely, like, I think it was just as popular as, like, you know, Chanel 22 or something like that, or probably more popular, to be honest, because it's a lot cheaper. But yeah, I would say it was popular because of the marketing behind it was really popular, and also the way that they released their bags was really interesting, and the colors that they come in are really cute. It's a very simplistic design, just a bit of a logo on the front there. So yeah, I don't know if Telfar will continue to be as hyped as it was. And then, of course, I would say the Birkin bag had a real surge of popularity in 2023 as well. I didn't notice as many people talking about Hermes compared to back in 2019, 2020 as I have in the last like year or so, including myself. I went a bit crazy for Hermes, but I know I've seen so many more people you know, seeking out to get a Birkin or a Kelly on YouTube, and this isn't something I saw as much back in like 2017, that's for sure. I think a lot of people found the Birkin was a little bit too expensive, maybe too boring, I don't know, for whatever reason. Maybe it's because they're becoming more popular now because everything else has gone up in price so much that a Birkin actually seems like just a normal price now. I have no idea, because even if you look at some of the new Celine bags, some of the new Chanel bags, they're all up there, guys. They're all like $10,000, $11,000, and I think a lot of people just saying, may as well just buy the Birkin. Like, I think people never used to consider it because it was so damn expensive. Like, why would you even consider it? But now it's like people have kind of warmed themselves up to it, where they think, oh, actually it's like not as expensive as I thought, unless you get an exotic or something. That's a whole different price point. But yeah, guys, let me know, what do you think were the hottest bags in 2023? Were you sucked into some of the latest trends? Yeah, anyways, thanks for watching my video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys on my next one. Bye!